This right here, this is a conundrum. Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at the newly released Jazz Inc. 1/6 scale Batmobile final product or final production, final prototype images. Yeah, just get that right. It's the prototype, but it's the final prototype. This should be more or less what it looks like when it comes out. So yeah, it's Jazz Inc. It's 1/6 scale. It's the 1989 Batmobile, and it's the final prototype images. Up to now, I think we've only seen renders and stuff like that of it. Where do I even start with this? Is this a triple threat? 100%. Do I love the source material? Batman 89 was the first movie I ever remember fully loving. First movie I fell in love with. It started my love of movies. And also, I don't think I'd be collecting if it wasn't for the Batman 1989 movie. This is my Batmobile. When I think of the Batmobile, this is the most iconic one in my opinion. And I like them all. I like the 1966. I like the 89. Actually, I tell a lie. I don't like the 95 or the 98. But I love the 89 and the 66. And the Tumbler, like, I wasn't sure what to think of the Tumbler, but it really, really grew with me over time. And the 22 Batmobile. But yeah, the 1989 Batmobile, when I think of Batmobile, this is the one. I actually forgot about the animated one. That's awesome too. Right, so look, I really like this. The issue is, I've got the, it's not really an issue, I've got the Hot Toys one on pre-order. That's the Hot Toys reissue. I won't say 2.0. I won't say 2.0. I'm reluctant to call it 2.0 because I don't believe Hot Toys are really going to make any major updates. I could be wrong. Who knows, maybe they make it true 1/6 scale, or maybe they update the paint apps or the lighting and stuff like that. What I've heard about the original, and it looks awesome. I've seen plenty, I've ogled plenty of photos and videos of it. I've never seen it in hand, but what I'm told from people that I trust and I know, and collectors who are seasoned, that it kind of is a big hunk of plastic. A bloody cool looking hunk of plastic, but still awesome. Anyway, so I've got the Hot Toys 2.01 on pre-order. I did a video. I've always maintained that the Jazz Inc. one was not only, it's obviously more expensive, but it's going to be more truly scaled correctly. It's going to be proper 1/6 scale, and it will be more accurate. I did a video on the Hot Toys 1989 Batmobile pre-order. There's a thumbnail appearing there, and there's going to be a link appearing there. And in that's what I say. Basically, there's two of them out there, and I was leaning towards the Hot Toys one. I don't think I pre-ordered at the time. And I eventually pulled the trigger and pre-ordered the Hot Toys one. I gotta say though, I'm really getting drawn in on this. My logic for the Hot Toys one was obviously, it's cheaper. Significantly cheaper. It's half the price. And I couldn't really justify this, and I didn't have the space. So there's two reasons in that video that I was saying that I wasn't going to pre-order this. Number one, space. Number two, money. I have been looking at this. I'm just getting drawn into it. This looks amazing. I don't own a Jazz Inc. product, but like I said, I do think this is going to be more accurate. I know that the sizing is going to be better. And what I mean by that, by the way, just to be clear, this one's about 110 centimeters. The Batmobile, you can look it up online. The prop is, or the car, whatever they made. I know they made multiple ones, but typically it's 660 centimeters. Divide that by 6, you get 110. So it should be around 109, 110 centimeters if it's truly 6 scale. And that's what this will be. The Hot Toys original and the Hot Toys 2.0, well, reissue, according to the Sideshow site and people who have the original 1.0, is a meter. It's not a major deal breaker. But I am not the collector who has 200 figures. I'm not the collector who has 100 figures. I'm very, very selective. Because I pass on a lot of things that I like and a lot of things that look cool to get the things I love that I have a genuine connection with, you build up a lot of dry powder there. You know, putting money aside and squirreling stuff away so you can afford to splurge on things like the in-art rooted Joker 2-pack or whatever. So where I'm at the moment with this is, in that video that I originally posted, I said, two reasons I wouldn't be interested in this. Number one, money. They do payment plans now. I've been looking into it, and as soon as I'm looking into that and I see the payment plans, I'm getting drawn in this one. I gotta say, they got me with this photo. They got me with these photos, I gotta say. So that's number one thing. I could pop it on a payment plan, pay $100 and then pay the rest off in 12 months. I like the sound of that, and these aren't due for release until I think quarter 4 or something like that. I think I heard a quarter 4, but my point is that whenever it releases, I can have the patience on this one because I'd rather get like a third or fourth patch. Okay, that's one thing. So that's kind of ticks off the money issue because I'm not going to be in a position to just pay this off in full. Second thing was a space issue. And at the time of recording the video about the Hot Toys one, I wasn't sure about if I'd pre-ordered the Hot Toys Batmobile because of space. And then I realized, okay, I know where I can put this. And I had an idea that it would work, but I wasn't 100% gone on it. There was two main realistic options, well actually 3 options, but none of which were ideal. And I really want to display this properly. Now since that video back in like February or March, whenever I recorded, I think it was February, my display has changed. I've obviously got rid of the 5 detobs. I've replaced them with 7 Bladens. I've got like a different riser. And even the riser I have is temporary because I'm looking to get possibly 2 big module cases, like, you know, the max ones. So that for 2 reasons. One, it serves as a riser to get these 7 Bladens off the ground like they are now. But 2, that I'm not wasting it just on a riser. I want to use my space, my vertical space, as efficiently as I can. So if I can get a riser that can double as not just a riser and support the weight of 7 loaded Bladens with 1 figure per shelf, so 7 Bladens, 28 figures. And if it's not just a riser but it can actually be display space, that just make a display space that can hold vehicles. That makes a lot more sense for me. So that means I could fit this in, or I could fit the Hot Toys one in as well. But the fact that this is 110 shouldn't make a difference. Yeah, look, I gotta say, I think these absolutely look. I'm gonna look through some of these first of all. Just to be absolutely clear, I think both of these are going to be amazing. Obviously, the advantage of the Hot Toys one is its half price, and the advantage of this one, same thing I said in the video. You can go back and check it if you want. That it will be true 1/6 scale, and I do think it's going to be more accurate. I think this is going to look better in the shelf. If it turns out like this, I do think it's look better in the shelf. It's not just the size of it, it's the paint applications, to be quite honest. I just think it looks stunning. I wasn't expected to be as impressed with this as I am. Now, again, this is not, it's the final prototype image, but it's still a prototype. So it is a bit of a risk there as well. I'm basically just thinking out loud for the entire duration of this video. So I wonder if I can just zoom in a little bit here. I was going to actually, I'll zoom out and move myself. So because I really like this image. Right. So that alone would be a potential display option for me. I love that. Absolutely love that. Just have it sitting there like that. Maybe have the Batman in front of it as opposed to behind it. I get why they put it behind it here for display. It looks stunning. I think all these pieces are die cast as well, these pieces underneath it. I just, yeah, I'm just really impressed by the look of this. I thought I was going to be okay with the Hot Toys one, but they're getting me on this. So there's the interior, lights up. You got a bunch of different switches. You got the steering wheel. You got the, he's driving a stick, is he? And that looks like an automatic, doesn't it? Actually, hard to tell actually because I can't see the grooves. Yeah, typically we drive manuals over here. I know in the States they use a lot of automatics, but I can't tell what that is. Yeah, anyway, so you got a bunch of different dials and stuff like that. All these different colored LEDs. It does look impressive. It's not just a bunch of stickers. I like the shine off it. It's like some sort of a, I don't know, is it iridescent paint or something like that? Yeah, I think this thing looks stunning. But I've also never owned a Jazz Inc piece before, and $1,500, it is extremely expensive. Probably cost $200 to get it to Ireland. What if it gets stung by customs? Even with the, I do like the option of payment plan because I can just chip away at it and not getting hit with bang, $1,500. Now I know you still end up paying the exact same amount, but I just think it's a lot more sustainable for me for had that payment plan. And it'll probably be like $100 and then maybe $117, $100 deposit, and then $117 roughly for 12 months, and then whatever shipping. But yeah, I mean, I'm very impressed with this. And again, like looking at these photos, it's nothing to do with the true scale is good. I like the fact that it's actually true 1/6 scale, because that's why a lot of us collect 1/6 scale. They're big enough that you can have a lot of detail and proper materials and posability and cool accessories and stuff like that. And they have presence, but they're small enough that you can collect multiples of them. But it's great the way if you put a Thanos next to an Iron Man, they're in scale. So it's a bit strange. I did think it was strange the way Hot Toys had undersized theirs. But I see that's the thing. Like, is it worth paying essentially over twice the price for just that? Okay, it's not just that scale. This whole video is me thinking out loud and trying to weigh up the pros and cons. My point about this is this looks stunning, and this isn't like next to the other Batmobile. This isn't next to anything really. I just, even like the detail here and what that this is, this like some sort of an exhaust valve or something on it, all the mesh and stuff like that. I'm gonna zoom in on that. Just a simple touches like that. I presume this is die cast as well. It's got like these like LEDs inside, LEDs outside. There are die cast parts on it as well. I presume they're die cast. So that's obviously 1.0 of the 89. So the canopy opens, but it's not mechanized. I think they have a function here where that you put water into it and it steams up. I'm not sure. I don't think I'd use that often. I think I'd try it out, but I mean, I hope that works correctly. Like, you're putting water in there. It'd be sketchy by putting water in there with electronic parts, but look, I presume it's designed to go like that. I haven't heard anyone who has the 2022 Batmobile having any issues with it thus far. See, even here, like, you've got these, again, these must be metal parts, so I know that there is die cast on it, but it's even the kind of like the bluing of the metal parts because of the heat and stuff like that, and just the way the paint apps are working there. I'm very tempted. So what do we do then? What do we do? Let's say if I commit to this and I commit to the payment plans, I won't be paid it off straight away. Do I then cancel the Hot Toys one? And I don't think there'd be an issue losing deposit, to be honest, because my retailer is quite good. So I don't think there'd be an issue with that. I think I could transfer that money onto something else, which is not a problem. Or do I get it and do a comparison and then keep the one I like? Maybe the Hot Toys one turns out better. So that's the thing. Like, I don't want, if you're watching this video, like, if you go back and watch the video I did, the pre-order preview video of the Hot Toys version when this came out in like February, I think did the video late February, early March, when it went up for pre-order for the Hot Toys one. What I said was very specifically that I thought that I knew this one's going to be true 1/6 scale and that this one would be more screen accurate. None of those things have changed. The only thing that's changed is my kind of situations and would I be able to get the money for it. The payment plans do make a difference. I didn't know that back then. Second thing as well, now I have the display space. Well, the display space or cabinet should be on the way within the next few weeks or months. It's a long game, so I've got to get them in. I've got to double check that this is going to fit in it. I'm pretty sure it will because I've done the maths on it, but I need to check again. Like, I'm struggling here to say anything bad about this, really. The price, okay, that's R2. The price is obviously one thing, but look, the price is the price. I'm not going to be able to change it. I do like the payment plan option. I like the way it's true 1/6 scale. I want to flick back here because I think Anthony from 6 Scale Posers did a few photos for this with the Joker and the Batman. There we go. This is my favorite one. I really like the angle of this. It's so low and it's showing off how flat the Batmobile is. It's a very like wide, flat car. I love that. Like the things that just like strike me is just even like the angle of the these front parts that lead down to the lights, the turbine. Yeah, this is all kinds of good. I like the way it doesn't just look like it's not like a matte black. There's a bit of like I think it's iridescent paint or something like that. There's a bit of like, depending on the way the light shines on it, it's giving like different tones and stuff on it. And if these pieces are die cast as well, that'd be pretty cool. That's a great photo. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I want this. That there, like, okay. I think pre-orders close tomorrow on it. I think how it works is they keep the pre-order open, then they close it and they make whatever they order, and then of course you're dealing, if you want it after that, you're dealing with a cancellation. One of the things I was thinking is that, right, one of the game plans could be, cancel the Hot Toys one. Transfer my money for that onto something else, use it to deposit to pay for something else. My retailer should be able to do that for me so they don't lose out either. Put this on a payment plan, and if I end up not liking this, I'll still be able to pick up the Hot Toys one because I do think it's going to sit for a while. The tumbler is still sitting on Sideshow. I need to pick up the tumbler. Yeah, folks, look, that is literally whatever 10 minutes of me thinking out loud. They've like Yoast and his team have, from what I can see on this, have really done good. They're trying to spanner in the works. I thought I'd be comfortable with the Hot Toys one. I was making my peace with it being underscaled and maybe not as screen accurate. I still think it's going to be fantastic, just to be absolutely clear. I think the 2Ds are going to look amazing. And the Hot Toys one is half the price. So yeah, I'm going back and forth here. But look, that's the end of the video. These are my thoughts. I'm just thinking out loud. If you want to support the channel, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking up this one or the Hot Toys one. Any of them, none of them. Give me your thoughts. Which one do you think? Take price out of it. Which one do you think will be better? And then, hey, include the price. Which one do you think is worth the value? Yeah, you can also follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of this. Oh, that's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.